And so you guys, I kept this really basic. I kept it really, really basic. The call, the information, if you guys are in my Emerald to Diamond acceleration group right now, the apprenticeship program, it's basically what you learned today. But I think that we can't hear it enough. Either you're a brand new coach and it's good to hear it again and again just to, you know, kind of solidify where you're going with it, or you've been a coach for a long time and we tend to forget. I do that all the time. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like I sit down at my desk and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's a really good reminder of kind of where you should be in your business. So it is basic. I'm not going to take a whole bunch of time. We should not take the full hour tonight, because what I wanted to do is open it up for a Q&A at the end, because for some reason, this topic just throws everybody right off. Just throws them right off. They feel they're so lost in inviting. They don't know what to say. And it's so simple. So I'm going to leave it open for you guys at the very end. And I want you to ask questions. I want you to talk, type in the chat, any questions that you have about inviting, what to say, objections that you're getting, limitations that you have, that, you know, you're putting on yourself and your belief system, anything, throw it out there. I will answer it on this call. It'll go into, you know, the YouTube videos and everything else, and we can learn from other coaches. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight, so what we're going to talk about is inviting. Inviting. I mean, that's the first vital behavior as a coach. So we have the 4 vital behaviors. Number 1 is that you need to invite. So first off, most importantly, if you guys don't have a notebook out, you might want to pull one out and take some notes, because I'm going to go over this really quickly and I didn't make slides. So the first thing is, if you're not from the bottom of your heart, 150% convinced that these are the best products on the market, then your problem is not in inviting. Your problem is not in the inviting. Your problem is that you don't have a strong enough belief system that you can bleed Beachbody products to anybody that asks about them. And I am here to tell you guys, that you will never ever find a better shake than Shakeology. And if you can find one, you need to send that link to me and show me, you know, why it's better, how it's better, because I have researched this high and low before I ever became a coach, and there's nothing better. There is nothing better out there as far as, you know, what's in the shake, the integrity of the shake, the integrity of the company, you know, not even from a business perspective, you guys, the products are the best, hands down. So if you have a limiting belief that you aren't sure about Shakeology, or you don't really know, you don't really know if the workouts actually work, you can't get in that good of shape from an at-home fitness program. If you've still got this going through your head, you need to go do some research on what you're selling first and foremost, okay? The one thing that is going to sell anything, and why some coaches can close a deal very easy and some people struggle, is your confidence level. And we talked about this as Super Saturday. It's not even necessarily in your inviting or what you say to somebody. It's the confidence that you have. People love confident people. People trust confident people. When I see someone that has so much confidence in what they're talking about, it doesn't matter what they're talking about, I'm going to believe them. If they're confident in talking about nutrition, I'm going to believe what they have to say. And one person that pops into my mind, and not from a Beachbody perspective necessarily, but from a nutrition perspective, is Amber Edwards. I don't know if you're on here right now, but she's one of those people that no matter what she says about nutrition, I'm like, it's the truth. It's the truth. I need to go and buy it because it's the truth, because she's done her research. She stands behind what she says, and she's very knowledgeable. So that's step number 1, you guys. If you are not knowledgeable in what you're doing, if you are not confident in what you are doing, and you're not 150% convinced that this is the best damn product that there is out there and that everyone should be on it, then that's step number 1 that you need to work on. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah? Okay. And I mean, we've seen that lots too. And if you're still saying, get on my shake, I love my shake, these shakes, it's not another shake, quit calling it another shake, for one, because if you're convinced that it's just another shake like all the other shakes on the market, there's another protein shake, then that's your problem. And people are seeing that. And you guys, there is a lot of stuff out there. There is a lot of shakes and a lot of protein stuff and a lot of supplements and stuff. So unless you have a solid belief that we're different, then that's your problem. All right? Hang on one sec. I put my gum out. You guys probably don't want to watch me chew my gum for the next half an hour. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is the different types of coaches. And I don't know if you guys have read the 10X rule. I don't know if you've listened to the 10X rule. If you haven't, lucky for you, I've already uploaded it onto our training website, the Inferno Brigade training website. It's already on there for you to download for free and listen to the audiobook. I paid for it. I bought the book. I uploaded it for you guys because it's so freaking good. Everyone needs to listen to it. Hands down, by far, the best personal development book that I have listened to, as far as like push motivation and tough love. Such a good book. So what I took from it that I wanted to share with you guys on the topic of inviting is there's kind of 3 types of coaches that I see. And these are the 3 types of inviting coaches that I see. The first one is the hopeful inviter. This person is the one that waits for people to come to them. They feel as though, well, all my friends know that I'm a Beachbody coach, so hopefully they'll just ask me. Hopefully they'll just ask me about my next challenge coming up, because I posted 3 days ago about my challenge group. They should know. And if they want my help, they should come to me. That's the hopeful inviter. They also think that they have been inviting, but they haven't. And I see this so much. You guys are like, oh, I posted my results 2 weeks ago, so everybody on my Facebook should know that I'm a Beachbody coach and that I don't really need to be inviting. Or, well, I talked to 5 people this week and nobody has signed up. So I call it the hopeful inviter, because they think in their head that they're doing all of the things that they need to be doing, but they're not. These people are maybe spending 20 minutes a day and do 2 or 3 posts on their Facebook, praying to God that one person will eventually buy a challenge pack off of them. Hopeful inviter. This second type of coach is a retraction coach. And I see this a ton too. So this is a coach that inconsistently will hit Success Club 5, maybe 10. They'll hit 10 once. The rest of the month, they're like at Success Club 4. Then they fall into the hopeful coach that pray to God somebody else sees my stuff and they'll, ask me about it. The retraction coach is all gung-ho until it comes to inviting. So they're like, I love the Beachbody programs. Beachbody's amazing. I love the new country heat. It's fantastic. I love the meal plan. It's awesome. I'm doing everything. I'm getting great results. But the second that you tell them to invite somebody, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to do that on my Facebook, right? So that's a person that is all gung-ho until it comes to inviting, and then they retract. They get scared. A retraction coach is also someone that works their business very hard until their friend invites them to go to the beach, or their husband has the day off work, so they're going to take the day off work, or, something comes up, whatever it is. You guys all have busy lives, but you know what, you guys, I have a busy life too. I am a stay-at-home mom. When I started, I had a brand new baby. I also was working 12-hour days. I have a spouse. I have a house. I don't have a housekeeper. I have all of these things that you guys have going on too, but I make sure that I make this a priority. That's why I become successful, because this is my number 1 priority. My family is, yes, my number 1 priority, but this is my number 1 action priority. And I tell you that because if I stop inviting, if I stop doing the aggressive action and putting in the work and making the sacrifices, I don't make the income. I don't get to take my family on the trips. I don't get to have paid days off. Do you see what I'm saying? You guys understand where I'm going with this? If you want to have the paid days off, if you want to be able to have time freedom to do what you want and to travel, and the money freedom to be able to pay for the things that you want to do with your family, you better get your ass to work now and work hard and make the sacrifices, okay? So the retraction coaches are the ones that work really hard on their business until butterfly and something else comes up and it's more important. And, those coaches will struggle because they will never create momentum, or once they get a little bit, they crush it and the momentum's gone. It's so hard to get your momentum back. The retraction coaches are also the coaches that, instead of being self-educated, so when something comes up, they're like, oh, this is too hard. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to run a Facebook ad. Don't know how to do a fan page. This is too hard. It's not for me. Nobody wants to buy off me. There's too many coaches. When something comes up, when an objection comes up, instead of practicing self-education on how do I overcome this objection? How do I learn how to start a fan page? Who can I link up with also that's on the team that's good at it? That I can teach them about time management. They'll teach me how to do a fan page. Who can I connect with? Instead of being aggressive in learning it themselves, they wait for their upline coach. But their upline coach, meanwhile, is so busy building their legacy that they do not have time to drag you along. Okay? But if your upline sees you plugged in, building the stuff, doing the stuff before we have to ask you do it, those are the people that I want to give my time on a Zoom call to. Those are the people that I want to connect with. Those are the people that I want to work with. So I read a quote one time. I can't remember what it was. Probably totally going to bomb repeating it because I can't remember, but I'll kind of explain it to you. Basically what it says is you are going to fail. Regardless of who you are, what you know, in this business, you are going to fail. You are either going to fail, crash, burn, and die in retraction, or you're going to fail, crash, burn, and move forward in pushing towards your dream. Either way, you're going to fail, you're going to crash, you're going to burn, it's going to sting, it's going to be super shitty, but it's either going to be in retraction and you're going to move nowhere and you're going to feel like crap coming out of it, or you're going to say, that hurt, this is what I learned, moving forward, let's do this thing, right? Does that make sense to you guys? There's those two types of failure. And so the third type of coach is a 10X coach. And this is the, kind of what I learned from the book. The 10X coach is a person that literally does not stop at nothing. They become obsessed. It's the person that is obsessed. And us as humans, we thrive off obsession. That's how we work. That's how we operate. We become obsessed with sleep because it feels good, so we do it. We become obsessed with our spouse. That's why we fall in love with them and just want to squish them. We're obsessed with that person. Our kids, we're obsessed with them. That is what that is. I think we have this really creeped out idea of what an obsession is because sometimes it can become unhealthy, but it's not if you think about it in that way, right? And I am obsessed with my health. I'm obsessed with helping other people. I'm obsessed with seeing them have goals. And I'm also obsessed with this business and how freaking good the success side of it feels. It feels good. It feels good to sell a challenge pack. It feels good to have someone have a 100-pound weight loss story. And I'm sure you guys can all agree with me on that. Being obsessed feels good. So the 10 times coach is a person who doesn't stop at anything. They don't use excuses like it's too hard. There's too many Beachbody coaches. We learned at Summit that there's 224 million people, 229, correct me, I don't know, 224 million people in our area that is available to us that are obese. That tells me, you guys, that the market is not saturated. We're not working hard enough to find these people, right? Because I have days like that too where I'm like, God, there's way too many Beachbody coaches and I'm pretty sure they're all on my Facebook, every single one of them. And I have those days and I want to quit. But when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I need to work harder. I need to find these people. I need to do what I was set out to do. And that's share my passion and share my 150% belief that this product is the best freaking product there is out there. And I have it and I need to share it and I have that belief. Okay, so the 10X coach is also very crystal clear on their goal and how they're going to get there. There is not a doubt in my mind that I am doing exactly what I was set out to do. I promise every single one of you on this call right now, there is not a doubt in my mind ever a single day that I am not doing exactly what I had as a purpose in my life to do. I love it. I love the people. I love this job. I love the product. I love you guys. Everything about it. I am crystal clear on where I am going with this. I want to go to the top. I love not rank advancing for myself, but because I know that I made a sacrifice that then changed someone else's life. I love that. And you love that. We can all agree on that. It feels good, right? And being crystal clear on your goals means there's going to be nights where it's 10 o'clock at night and you're so tired that you want to go to bed, but that burning desire to make that goal happen will keep you awake. Okay? Knowing why you're doing this and what you're working towards is the most important thing. That will keep you going, because there is very high highs in this business and there's very low lows in this business where you're like, oh my God, I'm done. I want to quit. I threaten to quit every month. I do. I threaten to quit because it's hard and stuff happens and it sucks and you're like, woo, I shouldn't be a coach and this person was doing so good and now they're not taking Shakeology and it makes me mad, right? And that happens. It's real. This is real life, you guys. So being crystal clear, though, on my goal that I want to keep Andre at home with me. I love that. I love having myself and my spouse together. Every single day, we wake up together, we make breakfast together, we have coffee on the deck together. I want that in my life. It makes it all worth it. I want to be able to travel with Brody Lynn. I want to be able to, live the life that I want to live. I want to have that freedom. I want to have our health. I want to give other people that health. And that keeps me going when I'm too tired. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah? The 10X coach, they're crystal clear on their goals. They do not give up. And they invite more than you invite. And that's all it comes down to. The 5 people that you invited yesterday, the 10X coach that wants that life, that is willing to do anything to get to their goal, they invited 500 people yesterday. They have an Instagram account that they figured out how to use. They have a Snapchat that I'm working on because I want that. I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm horrible at it. And I'm sure Andre's like, for the love of God, get off Snapchat. But I'm working towards it. So instead of telling me that you want Success Club 10 and you want this life, but you only invited 5 or 10 people today, copy and paste it to 100 people. Copy and paste it to 200 people by midnight tonight. Because if you want to get to that goal and you want this life bad enough, that's how you get there. That's it, you guys. There's no secret to this business. There is not people that are better, but there is people that will outwork you. There will always be people that will outwork you. And those are the people that are going to have success in this business, I promise. You ask any top coach, God, how did you get there? I worked my ass off. That's how I got here. Melanie Mitro spoke. How many of you guys, raise your hand? Did you see Melanie Mitro speak at Summit? Yeah. There you go. Everyone's like, gosh, she must have some secret. Melanie, she's fantastic. How did she get 2,000 elite points in 1 year? How? And she straight up said, I sacrifice my nighttime and I work harder than any of you are willing to work. And I came home and was like, okay, I need to work. I need to work harder. That's what I'm doing. I need to work harder. And I'm working here harder for you guys and for myself. Okay, I'm going to move on. So those are your 3 types of coaches. I was going to say, on that point, the 3 types of coaches, rate yourself. Put yourself into a category. Put yourself into a category. Are you a hopeful inviter that's praying to God that somebody's seen your post from 2 weeks ago that's going to order a challenge pack? Are you the retraction coach that is, having limitations on yourself, using objections, thinking that you're not as good as somebody else, you aren't as educated as somebody else, you don't know as much, you're too old, you're too young, you're too male, you're too many kids. I don't know what your limiting belief is on yourself. If you're a retraction coach, or are you a 10X coach? And if you're not, are you willing to be one? Write your goals, get very crystal clear, and figure out what type of coach you are. Number 2, I'm moving on. So the 2 types of invites. So first of all, you guys, if you're not using your Facebook 3 to 5 times a day to invite people, then I would like to know how you plan on hitting as many people as the people that are using social media are hitting, because there's millions of people on social media. And if you're too scared to post on your Facebook, you need to go back to step number 1, and that was you don't have enough belief in this product and you are not yet bleeding Beachbody and want to tell everybody about it. Or number 2, tell me how you plan on actually growing your market, because it's going to be really, really hard, right? And the thing with Facebook, and I made a commitment to myself, you guys, I'm totally that person that hates serial network marketers. I can't freaking stand network marketers. They drive me nuts. When I see the people selling their shit all over my Facebook, I want to poke my eyeballs out and I'm like, block, delete, you're driving me nuts. It's icky. So if you're scared to be annoying on your Facebook, quit freaking being annoying. Quit being annoying. If you're scared to be annoying, quit being annoying, because I'm annoyed and it's gross. But what you can do is share your journey in a way that you're putting yourself out there. If I see, nobody wants to see, not you, not me. I don't want to see Facebook and Beachbody ads. I don't want to see them. They're annoying. If I see, the country heat and it's a picture of autumn, I will block and delete you myself because it's annoying. But that's not what we're here to do, right? Inviting. So the first type of inviting, or let me talk about this, creating a presence on social media. There's millions of people on social media, 224 million people that are obese, crying for a solution, crying for someone to help them. There's a, super friendly woman on their Facebook who had or is on an incredible health journey, weight loss journey, fitness journey. I don't care where you're at in it. If you're, doing the program, which I'm going to talk about after, if you're in it and you're doing it, it's going to inspire people. It inspires people to want to join you. There is a massive, massive crisis out there, you guys, and we have the answer. And if that is not compelling enough to make you want to post about your solution on Facebook, then I don't know what the hell is. And if you're holding it back, then you're holding back the solution from people that need it, right? And if you're in a position in your life where Beachbody has changed your life, and if you're a coach, I'm hoping in some way it has changed your life, and you're not sharing that from others, you are robbing people of their happiness. And I know that if I would have never heard of Turbo Fire, I would have still been tired and miserable, and I never would have met you guys, and I would still be broke, flat ass broke, having no money to buy diapers, right? So I'm grateful that somebody posted on their Facebook. I'm grateful that somebody had the confidence enough to talk about their journey. So the first thing for presence on social media is your indirect inviting. You guys need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. 3 to 5 times a day. If you're not, if I go to your Facebook, if one more person on this call tells me they can't do it, coaching is too hard, and they can't figure out why nobody wants to buy off them, yet they haven't posted in the last 3 days, and I go through their wall and it's all shared shit from somebody else's page, that's your answer. Quit sharing other people's content. Post your own stuff 3 to 5 times a day. Amber posted an amazing post ideas file into the Coach Club. It's a document. And there's literally, I can go through it and there's probably 30 things for you to post about. So don't tell me you don't know what to post about either. Some of them are a personal non-scale victory or a business success. Did you hit Emerald? Did one of your challengers have a 5-pound weight loss that you want to celebrate with them? Do your jeans fit better? Are you able to go a dress size down while you were shopping? Do you feel confident going to your sister's wedding? Regardless of what it is, talk about it, because you know what? If I am sitting at my computer and my pants are too tight and I'm pissed off that my pants are too tight and I read your post about how your pants fit better, I'm probably going to ask you about it because I want my pants to fit better, right? So it's just about putting yourself out there. A favorite blog of yours that makes your life better. What do you guys like reading about? A food that powers your workday. The story of how you got started as a coach. Someone that inspires your work. How you manage your family and your work. So life balance. Products that go along with your brand, your goals and dreams, past challengers, testimonials. You guys, I'm not going to read them all out. They're amazing. The thing is, and I love this aspect of the business, and I feel like so many of us as coaches limit our own selves on what we believe. So you know what? Truth is, I am the best Casey that there is ever going to be. Ever. I am the best Casey that there is ever going to be, ever. I do me better than anybody else. What's in my brain is a compound of things that I have learned over 27 years. 27 years I've been sponging stuff in there. information, things that I've learned, people that I've met, things that I've listened to, personal development that I've done over the past 3 years. I'm like a sponge. And if I can put that out there, everything that I've learned, I can guarantee that there's going to be stuff that I say that other people don't know. So just because I'm discrediting myself that I'm, not educated in a certain area, so I shouldn't talk about it, or I don't really have anything to say, I don't really know what to post about, I'm probably a lot better or a lot smarter than other people are in certain areas. So pick the areas that you shine, pick the areas that you love, pick the areas that make you excited, and talk about them, educate people. I talk about being a mom. I post my do it myself projects. I post about cooking. I post about all that kind of stuff, my meal prepping. Because just how I think that everyone on my Facebook knows how to cook the best pizza, I really do cook the best pizza. So I'm going to talk about it. And that's what I posted right before this call. And I can guarantee that there's a lot of people that are like, dang, I'm going to follow her because that looks fantastic. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Yeah. Creating that presence on Facebook. It's not annoying. My picture of my pizza and how I made it is not annoying. You posting about the country heat being on sale is annoying, right? Me posting about why I love the workout programs and how it's changed my life is not annoying. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's ridiculous. Sometimes it's silly. Sometimes it's very inspiring, but it's not annoying. What's annoying is you posting Autumn's video that she posted on YouTube 3 weeks ago. That makes sense? Yeah? Everybody with me still? Okay. So that's indirect inviting. So posting 3 to 5 times a day. This gives the people on your Facebook a really good idea of what you're doing. I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm on a journey. I'm working towards my health. I'm working towards feeling better. I'm working this business from home so I can stay at home with my kids. I love food. I love traveling. You can get a pretty good idea of who I am right from my Facebook page. I'm posting 3 to 5 times a day, not about Beachbody. Another more indirect inviting would be showing your results. And this is where I'm going to say to you guys, if you are not picking a program, listen to me when I say this because it's key and it's important. And if you're not doing it, then get off this call and figure your shit out because you're going to have no success in this business. Key point here. If you are not on a Beachbody program and using it day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, with the schedule on your wall, following it as Beachbody says, and documenting that on your Facebook, you're losing out because now you're being annoying because posting you're jumping around. People don't know what you're up to. And you're just posting a bunch of workout stuff. People don't get it. Whereas if I'm telling you, okay, I started T25. This is what T25 is. Here's by day number 1, day number 2, day number 3. It's inspirational and it's motivational. And I want to do what you're doing because you got up at 6 to do your workout and I did not. And number 2, you're going to have weekly results. And I don't know about you guys, but if I see someone that's been like jumping around in her living room for the last 3 weeks and I'm not seeing any results, I'm going to start calling it a scam. I'm going to start calling it super annoying. I'm going to start saying it doesn't work, right? And those are the people that we unfollow. But if I can show you, okay, here's exactly what it looks like. Here's what I've done over the last week. Here's my results. It creates that curiosity in people. Okay, I'm going to watch her for another week. Okay, there she goes. Oh my gosh, look at her results now. And she's still doing it. It's easy. Oh my God, 3 weeks. And she lost 10 pounds or 15 pounds. And I wish I would have joined back 3 weeks ago when she asked me, right? So posting your results, doing your program exactly as you're supposed to, follow the meal plan. Daily workouts, having great content on your Facebook, what you're eating, why you love it, talk about your challenges. These are all direct invites. I don't know if you guys have read the book Jab, 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 Right, Hook, but that's another one. Personal development. Dive into that book. It's awesome. So indirect inviting is basically on your Facebook, showing what you're doing, talking about being a coach, but never actually inviting to anything. You're just creating value on your Facebook. Okay? Everyone understand indirect inviting? Yes. Nod your heads. Yes, we understand indirect inviting. Okay. The next thing is direct inviting. So you have to be doing both. If you are missing A or B, you're not going to sell anything. That's your problem. So when we talk about direct inviting, it's a call to action. By a show of hands, who does not know what a call to action is? I'm going to go through and make sure. Everybody knows yes. Everybody knows what a call to action is. Yes? Okay. So for those of you that don't, I've seen a couple of hands. I haven't seen an electronic hand. Okie dokie. See, I didn't even know that you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm telling you, like, the technology thing freaks me right out. Okay, so basically a call to action is saying, I have a challenge group coming up starting XYZ. I have 2 spots left. I would love to send you the details. It's a call to action. Hit the like button. Send me a message. I'm going to send you a message. There's an action involved telling them to do something so you can start the conversation. So direct inviting, I personally do this twice a week. I've been a coach for almost 4 years. I still direct invite twice a week on my Facebook. So can you imagine if someone has been on my Facebook for almost 4 years and I'm still direct inviting to them, and like last week was the first time that one lady seen my post. She's like, oh, I didn't even know what you were doing. I just seen your post, so I thought I'd send you a message. And I'm like, for the love of God, you've been on my Facebook for 3 years. So that goes to show you guys that if you're not doing it, you're missing out. You really are. So direct inviting at least twice a week. What that would look like for me, and when I like to do it, is often on Mondays. When I show my results picture, I would say, you know, this is what happened this week. This is what I loved about it. This is what I struggled with. This is what I learned. This was my success, yada, yada, yada. Talk about why I love the program with my picture, my before and after picture, my weekly update. And then I would say, challenge is starting August 29th. I have a couple of spots left. You know, it's your turn. I want to help you get started on your journey. Hit the like button or PM me for the details. Okay? Direct inviting, it's a call to action. I'm not going to talk too much about that because there's videos on YouTube that you can watch. And then you're going to have the conversation started. So those are your invites. Those are right out there, putting yourself out there on your Facebook. That's still inviting without even talking to anybody. That has to happen. That has to happen. Otherwise, when you start messaging people on your Facebook, they're not going to know what you're talking about. And that is annoying. That's annoying. You don't want to be annoying? Don't do that then. Do what I tell you. Okay? So conversation starters. I have a list of 100 people. If you don't have a list of 100 people, then that should be your job for tonight, before midnight. My 10Xers, my people on here that want to operate at 10X level and want to hit their goals, make a list of 100 people. The easiest way to do it, and how I did it, you guys, when I started as a coach, I had less than 300 people on my Facebook. And I hadn't talked to most of them since high school. Kind of cut everybody off and moved on with my life, right? And I'm sure a lot of you are going, yeah, that was me too, right? I have 300 friends on Facebook. So I wrote down 100 people. I started with the letter A, and I went through everybody and wrote down their name. The letter B, and I wrote down everybody's name. Letter C, wrote down everybody's name. I didn't skip over anybody. There was nobody that I didn't message, because regardless of whether you have 100 pounds to lose, or your body is so acidic that you're like a cancer waiting to happen, or you struggle with depression and anxiety like I did, or you're trying to, you know, you've seen a picture of a girl in a bikini and you want her abs, regardless of where you're at in your life, you need these products. And I believe that. That's my belief system. I believe that from the bottom of my heart, that no matter who you are, where you are in your life, you can benefit from what I have to offer. So I'm going to offer it to everybody. I'm going to do that. That is my mission. That's my mission. So I'm going to make my list of 100 people, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to start conversations with these people. Okay. So this is another part of inviting. It's not necessarily a written direct invite, but I'm going to connect with the people on my social media for 2 reasons. If I'm starting a conversation and I'm building a relationship with these people, it's building trust. These people trust me. So if they see my post, they see me talking about my challenge group, or they see me talking about my pizza recipe, they're going to trust that it's the truth. They're going to trust that it's not a scam. They're going to trust that the pizza tastes great. Okay? So starting building that relationship with people, it's as simple as, hey girl, long time no chat. See, you got married a couple weeks ago. Your dress looks fantastic. Looks like you guys had an amazing time. Super happy for you. It's not weird. It's not creepy, and it's not annoying. right? So hitting that objection again, it's not annoying. Creating relationships with people. So if they see your posts, then you know that trust is already there. The second thing you can do is not be afraid to actually ask. Don't be afraid to ask. And that's what I did as a new coach. I simply went through my list and just said, hey, so-and-so, whoever you are, I just wanted to throw you a quick message. I've been following this program. I'm not sure if you've seen it on my Facebook. I've been following this program. I'm having a blast. I feel amazing. I'm in the best shape of my life, blah, 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 whatever. Tell a little bit of your story. I have a challenge coming up. I have a couple of spots left. I think that you would benefit because XYZ, or I think you would have a ton of fun because XYZ, or whatever. Create your invite specific to that person and say, I would love to shoot you the details if you're interested. They're not going to block you off your Facebook. There's two types of people on your Facebook right now, I can guarantee it. They're either your best friend, who you can send a message and be like, dude, why the hell did you delete me off Facebook? What'd I do? Lame, right? I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. And they'll re-add you, and then they'll watch your journey. And Shayla, if you're on here, it took me 2 years. She's my best friend. It took me 2 years of watching me on Facebook to get her to sign up. So don't discredit. Don't be sad. And the other person on your Facebook is your person that you graduated with, you haven't talked to in 3 years, who will probably block and delete you. And who the hell cares? Who cares? The person from high school, if they delete you or they don't like your content, who cares? Get over it. It's not a big deal. There's people out there that need your help, okay? So don't be afraid. Either confront them because you're sad and it's your best friend, or cut them off and who cares? They'll come back later anyways when they see Sally, who you signed up, that looks fantastic, okay? So inviting. The worst that they're going to say is, no, thank you. Not right now. I don't want your information. I'm good. They'll keep watching your posting and they'll come back later. Or they'll say, hey girl, awesome. Thanks for thinking of me. I would love some details, right? And then you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. And then you panic and then you word vomit all over these people. And I feel bad for them. And I did that too when I was a new coach, and I word vomited all over everybody. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about how not to do that and what to say. So when you get to that point, you guys, I want you to understand that if you can get to this point in your business, it's exciting. It's exciting. And when people say it's scary or they're nervous, it's because you're actually curiously excited. And being nervous and excited are actually the same feeling in your body. Do you guys know that? That nervous and excited are actually the exact same feeling. It's just how we decide to interpret it is what comes through. A little fun fact for you. Okay, so if you're feeling nervous, just tell yourself you're actually curiously excited about what's to come next and go for it. So what you want to do, and go into after this call, I urge you guys to go and look in the files, under the files in our coach group. If you didn't know this existed, then I'm sorry and I am not doing my job. But you go into the Inferno Brigade Coach Club and you click files. And underneath of there, you'll find social media posting ideas. That's the one that I was telling you about. You'll find a list of Inferno questions to ask and the Big Brigade invitation script. Okay, so everything is absolutely in there for you guys ever to have to know what to say to anybody. Ever. Don't tell me you don't know what to say because it's there. And I literally copy and paste this. And for you guys that are my coaches on here that are like, she totally used the script on me. I'm sorry, but it worked. Right? I know there's a lot of you that are like, she used the script on me. And I'm sorry for that, but I'm actually not sorry. So just one sec here. I just want to bring this up. I opened it. So I'm going to prevent the word vomit for you guys because I know you're going to get super excited when you send a message to your 100 people and 10 people get back to you, and you're going to be able to start conversations with 10 people and the rest are going to ignore you, but that's okay. So the 10 people that we're going to talk to, please, for the love of God, when they say, sure, I'd love to hear about your challenge, please don't go, oh my God, it's a 21-day fix, and they got these cute color-coded containers, and I love them, and it's only 30 minutes a day, and there's cardio and Pilates, and I love it, and Autumn, she's awesome, it's $165 on sale. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because what that says to them is you're icky, and you're trying to sell them something, and you just finished telling me as an objection that you don't want to be annoying, so don't be. So how we can avoid that is by, sorry, one sec. I need to mute somebody. There we go. What you are going to do though is say, great, awesome, I'm excited. Honestly, I've been doing, let's use country heat, because country heat is hot right now. It's blowing up. I'm loving it, you guys. Like I'm loving it. And I was such a skeptic. And ask everybody that was on the cruise with me. When I heard country heat, I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed to be working for a company that would come up with line dancing as exercise. That's ridiculous. So I totally felt that way. I was such a huge skeptic. And I feel bad because I tried it and was like, oh my God, can I do 2 workouts in a day? This is fantastic. And I love it, right? So don't ever knock it until you try it, I guess. But back to what I was saying, let's use country heat as an example. So when someone says, yes, I'm interested in a group, instead of me blowing up about what country heat really is, what I'm going to say is, awesome, I'm super excited. I'm doing it right now. I'm on week 2 and I'm in love with it. It's so much fun. That's it. Then I'm going to say there's a couple of options available for us to choose from. So let's look at those. Number 1, what I'm going to say is, do you mind telling me a little bit about your health and fitness goals? Do you mind talking about yourself? Do you mind telling me about yourself and what you need and what's going on in your life? I don't know about you guys, and I'm looking and I'm seeing that 90%, 99% of this call is women, except for Sean, hiding back there in the corner with his hat on because he's sick of hearing my voice. We love talking about ourselves. I love talking about myself and my problems. And when I'm having an ailment, I love talking about it. And nobody ever asks us, oh, honey, what's wrong? Talk to me about your problems. Talk to me about what your goals are and what you're striving for and where you would like to be in the next 30, 60, 90 days, right? Let's be honest. We love that. So give them that opportunity to talk about their goals. Chances are they're going to come back and say, I'd love to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I'd love to have more energy. I would love to be able to play with my kids. I'm tired all the time. I'm, whatever the situation. Okay. So that's step number 1. Now you know what they want, what they need, and that's something that you can work off of. Step number 2, are you doing anything fitness wise? So are they a beginner? Are they advanced? Do they do CrossFit 6 times a week? Right? So finding out, getting them talking about themselves. Chances are they're going to say, yeah, well, I walk sometimes and chasing my little one around. And at that point I can say, good for you. Good for you. That's a great start. That's a great start on your journey. So kind of not pumping their tires, but a little bit, because we do like to hear, good job. We do like to hear you're doing it right. You're on the right track. We like that. So give them that. Number 3 that I would ask them, always, you guys, I'm giving you exactly what I say to people 500 times a day. The third thing that I would ask is, how about your eating habits? What do they look like? There's kind of 2 options that they'll come back with. Well, I eat pretty healthy. I have 1 egg for breakfast, a salad for lunch, and a salad for supper. And they hate their life because that's horrible. And nobody likes to eat that way. Or number 2, they're like, well, I eat out a lot, right? So that's 3 things that you have to work off of. The reason I ask these 3 things is they have goals, so I can link a program to them. I'm finding out what they're doing fitness-wise, so do I need to put them on a really aggressive program? Or is, Country Heat going to be a good fit? And the cool thing about 21 Day Fix and, Country Heat is they are like an all-person, one. It's good for everybody, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God, I'm getting tired. It's good for everybody. And number 3, when they tell me that their eating habits are like crap, well, I have the easiest meal plan ever. And I had pizza for supper and it was awesome, right? So what I would do next is I would gather all this information that I have about this person and I would send them this. I'm going to read you my script that I literally copy and pasted to 40 people today. So this is what it says. After I've said this, I asked my 3 questions. They answered me. And I'm going to put this in here because I'll just tell you guys this right now. By the time you have had a back and forth with someone 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, messages back and forth, and you've had this conversation, they trust you because you did not try and sell them something without finding out exactly what that person needed. Okay. So they trust you. So now that they trust me, what I'm going to say is, okay, awesome. I think Country Heat would be the perfect program for you. This program is only 30 minutes. So the workouts are easy to fit into your schedule. This is where I would insert easy to fit into your schedule with your kids, with your boys, with your nursing schedule, whatever, right? They told me enough information that I can customize that part. The workouts are honestly so fun. I can't wait to do mine today. Haha. Insert smiley face. I love the smiley faces. It also focuses a lot on the eating side of things and even has color-coded portion control containers. Basically, you eat what you like as long as it fits into the system. I love this system because it takes the guesswork out of it. And here's another place where I would insert, if it was someone that was already eating well, I would say because you're already familiar with eating clean, I think that you'll rock it. Or because you said you struggle with the eating side of things, I think that this will be the best fit for you. Okay? Or because you have picky toddlers, I think it would be awesome because you can customize it to fit your whole family. So on and so forth, customize it. The motivation and support is going to come from the challenge groups. This is a private group I run right here on Facebook where I post daily assignments to keep you plugged in and motivated with the program. I also have a little point system which allows everyone to win prizes. We also use a group to share recipes, tips, support each other, and celebrate, okay? That's all I say. I answered how it's going to help them on their goals. I answered who it's best suited for, which is everybody, but I talked specifically about them. And I told them a little bit about the eating side of it and why I think it's going to be perfect for them. By the time that people read this, they can apply exactly what you said about the program to their own goals, their own needs, everything that they told you specifically to them. So instead of you saying, please buy my program for $165 for containers, and that's all they hear is a huge price tag, what you're telling them is you're going to feel great. You're going to have the energy to run with your kids. I am going to get you into that dress for your sister's wedding. This is how I'm going to do it. And so it creates value around it. So when you start talking about the price of the program, it's not about the price of the program anymore. It's about how it applies to them. Does that make sense? Did I lose you guys or do you understand? Very, very simple. Very simple. Either you invite them to your challenge, they're saying no, or they say, yes, please, I would love some more information. You ask them the 3 questions. They answer your 3 questions. You send them the answer that I gave you. That's it. That's inviting. Over and over and over again. Now, the people that have success in the business invited 100 people today. You sitting there at Success Club 2 by the end of the month, whining because you can't find anybody, tells me that you did not invite enough people. You did not create enough presence on your social media through asking for referrals, through finding friends of friends, through friend requesting, posting on your Facebook, through private messaging people. You did not do enough on your social media to create the conversations. Does that make sense? You guys hear me on that? Do you understand what I'm saying by that? If you're sitting at Success Club 4, your product, you changing the world, what you have to offer is not sitting available in front of enough people. It's not available in front of enough people. And you know what? My goals that I have and where I want to be, I'm probably not inviting enough people. And not because I'm scared, it's because I'm lazy. And I'll admit that sometimes I'm really lazy, and that's okay too, as long as I admit it and move forward with it. So that's it. That's step number 3, guys, inviting. So go make your list of 100 people. I told you how to do it. Don't tell me you don't know where to find people because I just told you. I just told you where to go find 100 people. And out of that, yes, you'll probably hit Success Club 6 to 10, okay? Go out, make your list of 100, invite those people, start the conversations. Then step number 4 to the inviting process is the follow-up. I can guarantee to you guys that you're going to send that, okay, awesome, I think Country Heat will be perfect for you, convo to like 15 people, and then you're going to hear crickets, and you're like, I know you read my message because it said you read my message at 10:30 last night. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, you still haven't answered me, and you're so rude. And I know that's going to happen because it happens to me all the time. So what happens though, how many times have you been like, okay, oh, look, Sally messaged me, and then you're like, oh my God, the dog just puked on the floor, my noodles are boiling over, and my kid's crying, so I'm just going to leave Sally for a minute, and I'll message her back, and then you forget, right? Life gets crazy, you guys. Like, be real, and be forgiving of the person on the other end, and follow up. So in a week from that message, just say, hey girl, or the next day. I usually send it the next day. If I see that they didn't read my message, I'm like, hey girl, just wanted to follow up with you quick. Did you see my message from last night? They're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got so busy. No problem. I'm still here. I still have your spot available in my challenge. Right? So follow up with them. Follow up with them in a week. And then every single month, you're going to get a message from Casey telling you about my new challenge. And my coaches that are on this call, how many of you did I follow up by show of hands, like 3 or 6 months in a row? Yeah, see, there's hands. I stalked you guys, but it worked. It worked. And there's coaches that are hitting Success Club 10 on this call because I was a stalker. I'm just kidding. But really, like when you're feeling like, oh my God, how many times do I message this person? You don't stop until they block you off Facebook. So the follow-ups, it's as simple as me saying, going back to my list of 100 next month. So for September, for my September group, I'm going to follow up, and it's going to say, hey girl, how are you? I just wanted to follow up with you and let you know that I have another challenge starting August 29th, and I have a couple of spots available. I'm super excited for this one. We have a really great group of girls. I think that you would have a ton of fun. I'd love to shoot you the details if you're interested. Yes, no, or they ignore you. And you either start the invitation. No means I'll get a hold of you next month. And if you ignore me, I'll get a hold of you next month also. So they either go onto your yes page or they go onto your follow-up for next month. You guys, follow-ups are more important than anything. 90% of what you actually do in your business and the people that commit to you are your follow-ups. The people that you follow up with. So for me, what that looks like is I do the initial invitation. I have the conversation, I follow up within 48 hours, then I follow up within a week, and then I follow up every single month until they join me or get out of my storefront, which means they deleted me off Facebook. But I say that they left my store because it makes me feel better. So I'm just going to remind you guys, don't tell me that you don't want to feel annoying, because if you feel like you're being annoying, you're probably being annoying. And you're not doing it right. But if you're genuinely out there working your butt off, drinking your Shakeology, you believe that Shakeology is the best thing out there, which it is. I promise you, show me something better, please do. If you truly believe that this is the best thing, that you have the answer, that you can help end the trend of obesity, that you can help make moms feel sexy and confident, if you can create better relationships, within marriages, if you have the answer to do that and you're talking about your journey through it, it's not annoying, it's inspiring. If you're posting Beachbody all over your Facebook, it's annoying. Okay, so I just want to remind you of that. I'm going to open it up for you guys for like a couple of minutes here to ask me questions. You can either type them in the chat box or you can just unmute yourself. Go ahead and ask me questions about it, because I'm sure that there is some. And if there's not, it's you guys being shy. Hey, I heard somebody.
Hey, Casey, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you track your follow-ups?
Do you want to see?
Sure.
Oh my God. You guys, I run like a $500,000 a year company out of a notebook like this. I'm not even lying to you. Don't steal my contacts. So what I do is truly, it's so funny. It's kind of embarrassing. And I'm like, I should have a better system, but I don't. So I'll just be legit with you guys. I have a paper or a notebook with a pen, and I have my original list of 100 people. And I've been growing that list. Like my list is like 2,000 people long. And every time somebody friend requests me, or I get a referral, or I add friends of friends and they ask me about the program or anything else, they all go on the list. Or if I meet somebody that I think that would be good, a good candidate for my challenge group, i.e. everybody that I meet, they go onto my list. And then, so what I do you guys, what I personally do, how I run my business and how I hit Success Club 10 always in the first week is I plan. So for September, if I'm going to hit Success Club 10 in September, I start inviting to my group in August. I plan ahead. I don't wait till the end of the month and go, I gotta start inviting people because people are going to wait for payday, which is always 2 weeks away or stuff comes up, right? So I always plan ahead. So the last week of August, I'm going to start inviting to my September group. So all of my new people, they're going to get, an invite that says, hey, I have a challenge group starting up. I'm having a ton of fun with it. The girls that are in there are amazing, yada, yada, yada. This is my story, why I love it. I think that you would have a ton of fun. I think you would fit in great with everybody. Whatever you decide to say, whatever your market kind of is, I would love to send you the details if you're interested, okay? So then on my list, it's either going to say that they signed up and the date, or it's going to say follow up on a specific date. Like if they say, oh, well, I got paid on the 12th. I do want to do it, but I got paid on the 12th. Then I would put sign up on the 12th, go to my day timer and put sign up Krista on the 12th. Or if they say, no, not right now, whatever, then I actually put FU, but not follow up, not like FU, you didn't buy a challenge pack. I put FU for follow up and then September. So FU September, FU October, November, whenever, and I just keep going. And then once I fill up the page, and it's been like 6 months, I put them at the bottom of my list. So I cross their name off and go to the end of my notebook and write their name again. Does that make sense? How disorganized is that? Everyone's like, ew, that's the worst system I've ever heard. I know, I'm sorry, but it works. So that's what I do. And I follow up every single month. They get a follow up until forever.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, see, this is how boo, I'm so bad at technology, you guys, get this. So I'm like, that's really weird that there's no questions and I'm sitting here forever, but it's because I didn't know how to upload the rest of the chat. Cute. God.
Okay. Here.
Yes?
When you make your list of 100, and you said that you don't skip over anybody, when you're going from conversation of just catching up, hey, how's your life been? How do you get the conversation to go from that to an invite?
So I would kind of feel out the situation, right? So I would go through and, make the relationships with people. So, I mean, I don't necessarily do it this way, but if that's something that there's kind of two ways to do it. So for me, I would form them enough that I would ask them, what have you been up to? What are you doing for a job? I would create that kind of relationship and talk to them about it. And I'm very, very present on my Facebook, very present. I'm surprised if I've been chatting with this person, if they don't go to my wall and see what I'm doing, right? There's kind of two ways that you could do it. You could either put them on a list, make a list of people that you're not actually inviting, but you're making new relationships with. You could have a list of people relationships that you go through your list and go to their wall every 3 days, 2 or 3 days, go onto their wall every 2 or 3 days and like a bunch of their stuff and comment on it so that they're seeing your stuff. You could do it that way, or you could just invite. And that's what I do.
Do you ever feel
I have no shame. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I am annoying.
Do you ever feel like you're coming across as insulting? If they
I get that question a lot, but I don't think it is. And honestly, if I had a friend, I think of it this way: if I had a girlfriend that I knew she was doing her fitness thing, and I want to look good in a bathing suit. I do. I want to look good and I want to have energy. And if someone came to me and they're like, "Hey, girl, I just wanted to let you know that this is what I'm doing, and I'm loving it because X, Y, Z, and I just want to send you the details. I think that you would have a ton of fun in there with the ladies." I'd be like, totally send me the details. I wouldn't be like, rude, you went through my profile and you think I'm fat, because I don't know. I feel like people trust me enough that that's not what I'm doing. However, if I seen somebody that was selling, say, hair products, and all they posted about was their sales, and then they came to me and they're like, girl, you should try out my hair product, I'd be like, she just told me I had bad hair. She just said I had bad hair, right? But if she was like showing all of these results, what she was doing and why she was loving it, and then she offered it to me, I'd be like, I want to try for sure. You look fantastic, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be offended. Yeah.
Thanks.
Just gonna read this. It says, for posting, sharing our journey and inviting, should we do it from our personal page or our page we created for our journey? So talking about social media, you guys, like I said, the more people you can get yourself in front of at once, the better. The more it's called omnipresence. The more omnipresent you can be in your business, the better. There is a ton of trust that you've already built on your personal page. So if we're talking about the trust-based business and talking about people's goals and how they're feeling in their own skin, you're probably going to get your best bet off your personal page naturally, right? Those people already trust you. But there's also, Facebook fan page, you're going to grow your market and reach a ton of people really fast. So when talking about social media, do I think that you should use your personal page or your fan page? I think you should use your personal page times 10, your fan page times 10. Get on Snapchat, learn that. You should be using Instagram, use it times 10. Post your journey everywhere that people could possibly see it. Become professional and very good at 1, maybe 2. So pick your 1 or 2 that you really love, but why not be everywhere? And if you do a really good post for your personal page, copy and paste it onto your fan page as well. Hope that makes sense. I hope that answered your question. What is a personal book that you suggested? I missed it to kids screaming. So there was 2. There was the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. It's on our training website. And the second one was Jab, 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 Right Hook. I believe it was Gary Vee that wrote it, that we've seen speak at Summit. Very good book. Casey, how late is too late for an invite for an upcoming challenge group? When do you do a cutoff date and start giving them the options for the next month group? Yeah, that's a really good question. So I always give them 2 weeks, but I kind of invite all the way up to the very end and then choose, so what I would say to somebody is, hey, I have a challenge group coming up, and I would promote the August 29th challenge group, probably right up until like the 22nd, 23rd, because then they can always start a little bit late, which is always fine too. It's up to you how you're running it. Are you doing a lot of one-on-one stuff, or are you, relying solely on your challenge groups? I always tell people too, if it's kind of in the middle of the month, I'm going to work one-on-one with you until the challenge starts. With that said, you guys, there's a level of professionalism that is required in this business. And if you're flying by the seat of your pants and you don't know what you're doing or what you're supposed to be doing, there is some personal development that really needs to be done in that. So I want you to understand that I'm totally a basket case when it comes to organization. I am. You've seen my book. But what I do follow is a schedule for how my month runs. So I always, always, always know that I have a challenge group, a new coach bootcamp, and an Emerald to Diamond group starting on the first Monday of every month. Always. That means that I'm going to be inviting for the first 3 weeks of every month, okay? So the first 3 weeks I'm inviting, and then the last week I'm doing all the prep stuff. I'm putting a lot of my heart and my soul and my energy into making my challenge groups really good. And then on the last Thursday of every month, I run a sneak peek group. So the people in my sneak peek, if they decide they want to be a coach, they're going to be ready for the following Monday when my group starts. Okay? So it's about finding a schedule that's going to work for you. Are you running 2 challenge groups a month? Are you doing it in the middle of the month? Do you have one starting in the middle, one starting at the end? Figure it out, kind of work backwards from that. But honestly, you guys, don't overthink that part of it. Don't overthink, when is my challenge starting? I can't invite people because now it's too late. And if they get their challenge group, invite 10, invite 20, 30, 100, 200 people, regardless of the day of the month. It doesn't matter. Them getting results doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It just matters that you put the product in front of them. Okay? That makes sense? I hope that answered that question. Do I feel personally responsible for a challenger's success? Absolutely not. Absolutely not do I feel responsible, because you guys, I give them the best damn start that they could possibly have. I ask all the questions that I need to ask. I set them up with the best program that I can. I tap them into the best challenge groups that I can possibly run, where I put my heart and my soul for an entire month. I check in 3 times a day. I work my butt off. I put the energy into it. And if they're not having success, that's on them. I don't know. I don't take that personally. I don't take it upon myself. Have you ever had someone be unsuccessful and given you a bad referral? Hundreds of times. I'll own that. Oh my God, I've had people come back and be like, the reason that I am unhappy and getting a divorce is because of you and your shitty programs. Or you guys, I've been doing this long enough, and I'm only telling you this because it's like when you have a sad day and your friend doesn't message you back, I have been told like horrific things that the reason. I had a lady one time tell me her husband messaged me and went off about whatever. And then she proceeded to tell me that she was canceling my wedding. She was canceling her wedding because she didn't have enough money to have her wedding because her Shakeology came out because she didn't cancel it on time because I didn't tell her that it was coming out after she told me she didn't like the product. So when you think you're having a bad day, someone has had a way worse day than you in this business. I've had all sorts of crazy stuff, you guys, but I don't take that upon myself. I'm totally confident that I have the best programs that walk you through everything, that I'm giving the best support that I can, and not everybody can be helped. So I wouldn't take that upon yourself by any means. Okay. I'll take like 2 or 3 more questions. The next one is, how do you transition people from your fan page where you can't message them to adding you on your personal page? You create a presence. You create a really, really strong presence on your fan page. Posting things that ask questions, posting things. It's this exact same thing as your personal page. You have to have very good content, very personal content, that shows your personality. And then when you do a direct invite, so tons of indirect inviting, but when you do your direct invite, instead of having, hit the like button or PM me, I would say, add me as a friend on Facebook. And you can have a following of 10,000 people and maybe get, 3 or 4 people actually respond to it. So it's just about, again, being extremely consistent. There's not as much trust there, so it takes a lot longer. But as far as the inviting goes, it's the same process. It just takes a little bit longer to build the trust. Does that answer your question? Yeah, okay. Can we get a look on how you run your challenge groups? Actually, guys, I did a video for Anita Myron's team on exactly how I run my challenge groups. Like I can even post, if I can find it, I'll post it in the group. I'm an open book. I'm totally an open book. And half of this stuff, like when I run sneak peeks, I run them for you guys too. Like you're in there, there's no secrets to it. My challenge groups, the truth is, like, the secret to challenge groups is, for one, having a point system, giving away prizes. People love stuff, even if it's like a free sweatband. People love it, right? And engaging. If you're not in your challenge group, doing the program, showing your sweaty selfies, showing your recipes, you cannot expect your challengers to do it. You can't. If you're not following your program, you can't expect your challengers to do it either. So, the biggest thing to remember in this business, you guys, is it doesn't come down to how good your challenge groups are, how good you are at inviting, because that's all kind of relative. You can get good at it with practice. What is important is that you have a specific program. I'm going to say this again. You have a specific program that you're doing and you're following it, living it, eating it, breathing it, believing in it. You're following it day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and you're talking about it on your social media and creating that presence. That is the single most important thing that you can be doing. Does anybody else have any more questions while we're here? You can unmute yourself if you do. Jessie, what are you making? She's like knitting away. Ooh, I can't even see what that is. You're so funny. Oh, is it a headband? She's like, I'm giving away headbands. Look at my headbands. I'm making my sweatbands. Oh my God, that is so funny. I love it. So you guys, just like wrap up this call, I'm just going to remind you kind of what I talked about. There's all sorts of ways to be inviting, but number one, if you don't have a solid belief in this program and have total confidence in talking about it, almost with an attitude problem, like I do have the best product, and if you don't want it, then beat it because it's the best. If you can't talk about it with so much confidence, then that's where you need to be working, not on the inviting. It needs to be on your confidence level in this company, in these products. And once you get to that point, it's easy to talk about it because you freaking love it. Okay. And once you get to that point, all it comes down to is how many people are you going to invite? Are you going to be a 10X coach that talks to every single person that you can possibly put yourself in front of? Or are you going to sit there praying to God that someone sees one of your posts and asks you about your next challenge group? Because it's just not going to happen. And the inviting, there's the 3 scripts that I talked about in the coach group for you guys. So you can go through them, read them. They're there, exactly what I copy and pasted to everybody today. I can upload it again to the group if need be. I'm here for you guys, whatever you need. Get together, ask other people. You guys, if you're listening to this call and you've been inviting for a while and you have been hitting Success Club 10, please, I urge you to take the leadership upon yourself as, a co-founder of this team to go into the group and post what you're doing and what's working. I think that the really cool thing about a team, you guys, is that you don't always have to be constantly waiting for the information. You can also be a river and say, hey, this is what I did. This is what I'm doing that's working, kind of like I am doing sitting here in front of you guys. It's not one leader and all the people on the team. It's we all need to work together, right? And I think that's a really cool part of a team. If you're doing something or if you're loving something and you're having fun, you want to talk about it, please, I urge you to also post that in the group. How am I finding people? I did a video on that. So I can, if you go onto my YouTube channel on YouTube, my YouTube channel, there's a video and it's expanding your market. And so that's the 3 things that I use. I don't run a lot of paid ads. I try them sometimes. It's just not my jam. I do interest groups, so I find friends out of there. I add friends of friends and referrals. That's it. But I do lots. Like I add probably 10 or 15 friends a day, whether it be friends of friends or through referrals or whatever. I grew from 300 friends to 5,000 friends on my personal page just by adding friends of friends and asking for referrals. So, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up this call because we are crazy and we went on for an hour and 20 minutes, which I'm in love with.